Hey everybody, Heather from Hooked on Pickin' here. I'm doing this video to talk about buyer beware, buyer be smart, okay? So I've had a lot of comments recently on my YouTube channel of when you've watched my unboxing of my salvage pallet or uninspected returns, anything that's not brand new, a lot of you are like, that's trash. Why did you even buy that? Well, I'm gonna explain to you why. There are things like I had a vacuum inside one of my salvage pallets that maybe it didn't work. And so I'm like, bummer, I can't sell this vacuum. But one thing that you don't consider is that there are parts on that vacuum that people want to buy because they've lost it. What about this? You know, they've lost the suction arm handle or the brush for the furniture or the corner catcher that you put on your wand on the vacuum. Sometimes if the vacuum is broken, you can sell these accessories for still profit. Like maybe the vacuum was $100, you sell these three separate or even together as a lot and you can get 25, 30 bucks on it. So it's not that it's worth zero just because it's broken. I did actually have one instance where the vacuum was considered broken and I got it in a salvage pallet and I was actually looking at other items to sell, but when I got the vacuum out, I noticed this doesn't even look used. It was put back in the box very poorly, but I still had the original vacuum box. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna test it. Sure enough, I plug it in, suction works on the wand, suction works on the actual vacuuming part, everything turned on and worked and functioned properly. Basically, what I think happened is liquidation places get returns from stores like Walmart, Target, you know, CVS, Best Buy, all those places. And if a customer comes in and they want to return their money, sometimes they feel they need to call it broken in order to get their money back. And so what happens is they bring the box back, they get the return money, and then it goes to a back warehouse where it is labeled broken. A little slip gets put on it, it says broken. So then when it gets sold to liquidation, it's considered broken. It's never been broken. It's simply the customer didn't want it. And so sometimes you can find those diamonds in the rough, like the usable, working, not broken vacuum. And so just make sure you inspect each item. You know, I know a lot of times you're given a manifest and what the condition is and how it's supposed to act or be, but test it yourself and you can find those diamonds in a rough, and maybe you have $100 vacuum where you thought you had zero and you actually bought the pallet for a different reason or a box for a different reason. The other thing too is that you might find as a diamond in the rough, crock pots. Okay, how many of you have a crock pot with a broken lid? So not usable. I can't use this crock pot anymore. It has no lid. What if you get a crock pot lid, but the crock pot actually apparatus doesn't work? All you got to do is look and see what size the crock pot is, what the make and model is. You can easily find the lid size and you can sell on eBay just the lid. I've got one crock pot that I absolutely love and I wish I could use it again, but the lid fell out of the cupboard and I can't use it because I have no lid. So how many people are there without lids on a perfectly good working crock pot? So the things that I'm talking about, you can sell for parts or repair, like the vacuum, or other items. Like there's some people that want to just buy fabric. So you've got all these shirts that you got and a few of them have holes or snags or stains on them. You can sell a whole lot of just fabric. And so don't just discount it just because it's broken or damaged. If you are an eBay seller, you can put it on eBay. Everything sells on eBay. And so you make those parts or repair lots because you can still make $1 and every little penny counts when you're in this reseller business. And so just make sure you look for those diamonds in the rough and make sure that you don't discount everything that comes out of a salvage pallet. A lot of you commented some of my salvage pallets and uninspected returns looked like trash, but I tell you what, as of right now, every single pallet and box that I have bought, I have never ever lost money on. So that I can remember with my brain. So just keep looking and digging and putting in the hard work. Putting things like that on eBay are very difficult. It's sometimes time consuming, but every penny counts. And when you're in this business, the harder you work, the more money you make. Has nothing to do with like an hourly rate. You can be lazy or work hard and still make the same amount of money. With this, if you want more money, you just simply have to work harder. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins.